Good morning, everybody. Today, inshallah, we will talk about post determiners. Last time, if you remember, we talked about pre-determiners. Today, inshallah, we will talk about post determiners. Post determiners are determiners that occur after a central determiner in a noun phrase in order to make precise references. So the purpose of determiners in general is to make precise references. So why do we use, if I ask you a question, what is the function of determiners in general? The function of determiners in general is to make precise references. So the function of determiners in general is to make precise references. All right. Now, if you look at this example here, this is the last meeting. This is the last meeting. If you look at the word meeting here, the noun meeting here, alone, this is indefinite. But when we add the word last, it becomes what? Last meeting, somehow definite. If I'd like to make it more precise, I will say the last meeting. The last meeting. Here, it will be more precise. There are 4 types of post determiners. First of all, cardinal numbers. When I say cardinal numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. I lost those 2 books. I lost those 2 books. One man came. I saw one man. I saw 2 men. I saw 2 men. 3 men, 5, 10, and so on. So here we use cardinal number in order to make precise references. When I say man, how many men? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I saw one man came, or I saw one man, and so on. The Arabic counterpart is واحد أو اثنان أو ثلاثة. But we should understand that we have gender inflection in Arabic. In English, we say one man, one woman. But in Arabic, we say رجل واحد, واحد, امرأة واحدة, امرأة واحدة, امرأة واحدة تأتنث. جاء ولد واحد. لاحظ here واحد agrees in gender with ولد. جاءت بنت واحدة. هنا واحدة تأتنيث agrees with gender, which is بنت. We have ordinal numbers also. We use cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And number 2, we use ordinal numbers such as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. So we use these numbers in order to make specific references. And we should keep in mind that they are followed by singular or plural count nouns. Count nouns, whether singular or plural count nouns. I read the first book. I read the first 2 books. The first book, the first 2 books, يعني أول كتابين. قرأت الكتاب الأول. قرأت أول كتابين. The Arabic counterpart is الأول. I read the first two books, or I read the first book. قرأت أول كتاب أو قرأت أول كتابين. We have also, number 3, we have closed class quantifiers. Closed class quantifiers such as many and much, few, a few, little, a little. Many, much, few, a few, little, a little. Now, many, much, many is followed by a plural noun, plural count noun. Many students, many cars, many books, many houses, many pins. All right? But much, it is followed by non-count noun. Much money, much sugar, much salt, much water, and so on. So many is followed by plural count nouns and denotes a large number. We bought many books. I sold 3 books. I bought 2 cars. They built 3 houses, 4 houses, or many houses. All right, many. The government builds many houses. Much is followed by an uncount noun, nouns in general, and denotes a large quantity. So many denote a large number. But when we use much, we are talking about large quantity. And there is a difference in meaning between large number and large quantity. هنا كمية, هنا عدد. We don't have much money. ليس لدينا مال كثير. أو ليس لدينا الكثير من المال. The Arabic counterpart for both many and much are كثر, كثير. كثر, كثير. ومنلاحظ أنه في اللغة العربية أنه كثر أو كثير طلع على المثال اشترينا كتبا كثيرة. كتبا كثيرة. اشترينا ليس لدينا مال كثير. كثير, كثر، إلى آخره. إذن كلها مثلا في الحجرة. لاحظ أنه في اللغة العربية طبعا هذه تتفق، العدد يتفق مع المعدود مش هيك، ومع الجنس أيضا. في الحجرة طلاب كثيرون. في الحجرة طلاب كثيرون، جمع. في الحجرة أثاث كثير. لديهم مال كثير. تمام؟ إذن هذه تتفق مع المعدود. So we call it closed class quantifiers. طبعا many, a few, also we use it with few, we use it with count nouns. مثلا there are few students passed the exam. There are أو few students passed the exam. طلاب قليلون نجحوا في الاختبار. أو قلة من الطلاب نجحوا في الاختبار. تمام. A little we use it with non-count nouns such as we have a little sugar. We have a little sugar. we have a little coffee. Little or a little. Little, it has a negative meaning. That means we don't have enough amount of coffee, for example. But when we say a little, we have a little but we have enough amount. يعني كمية كافية ولكنها ليست كثيرة. Also, if you look here, look at these examples here. The quantifier a few denotes a smaller number, and it is followed by plural count nouns. The quantifier a little denotes a small quantity, and it is followed by an uncount nouns. Without the article a, both few and little have a negative meaning. لما نقول few students pass the exam, القليل من الطلبة نجح في الاختبار، أو القليل من الطلاب نجحوا في الاختبار. لكن عندما نقول a few students passed the exam، نجح عدد من الطلاب. عدد قليل من الطلاب، عدد قليل ولكنه كافي. I bought a few books. A few books يعني some books. اشتريت بعض الكتب. الآن a few هنا عدد كمية كافية، قليلة ولكنها كافية. I can lend you one or two. I have a little money. يعني I have some money. Let's go to the movies. يعني معي فلوس كافية. I have enough money. لدي بعض النقود هنا كافي أو قليل من المال ولكنه كافي. There is little sugar left. هناك القليل من السكر، أو لدينا القليل من السكر. هنا little معناته إنه إيش؟ القليل جدا، حتى نميزها في الترجمة. لدينا القليل جدا من السكر، إذن لا بد لنا من أن نشتري المزيد. To convey a negative meaning of few a little, Arabic uses the phrase قليل من. في اللغة العربية حتى نميز little و few we use قليل من في اللغة العربية. لدينا قليل من المال، أو عندنا قليل من السكر، أو لدينا قليل من السكر من القهوة إلى آخره. لاحظ هنا قليل من بعض، لدينا بعض المال، لدينا قليل من المال. ترجمة لو بدي أترجم هذه I have a little money. لاحظ عندنا بعض من المال، كمية كافية. هنا I have little money، عندي قليل من المال. دليل انه حتى اميزها في الترجمة، تمام، حتى اميز بعض عن قليل من. a few a little عندي اللي هي بترجمها بعض، و few و little تترجم قليل من. Now we have open class quantifiers. مثل a lot of, a great, good deal of, a large, small number of, a large amount, quantity, a large amount of, or a large quantity of. A lot of is followed by plural count nouns or non-count nouns. يعني بيجي بعديها اسم جمع معدود أو غير معدود. There are a lot of students outside. هناك طلاب كثيرون في الخارج، أو في الخارج طلاب كثيرون. لاحظ هنا تقديم الخبر، مش هيك؟ طلاب كثيرون في الخارج، في الخارج طلاب كثيرون. There is a lot of furniture in this room. في الحجرة أثاث كثير. A lot of أيضا furniture here. It's non-count noun. Non-count noun. Students is a count noun. ولاحظوا هنا تقديم الخبر لأنه شبه جملة. A great deal of is followed by non-count nouns. They have a great deal of money. They have a great deal of money. لديهم مال كثير. A great deal of is followed by non-count nouns. Non-count nouns. Non-count nouns. All right? So, a great deal of is followed by non-count nouns. They have a great deal of money. They have a great deal of sugar. They have a great deal of rice, for example, and so on. Now, a large or small number of is followed by plural count nouns. A large or small number of is followed by plural count nouns. طبعا أكيد لما أنا بتكلم عن number معناته بده يكون count nouns. Alright? When I'm talking about numbers يعني I have or it should be يعني I'm talking about count nouns. Alright? Now, a large number of teachers attended the meeting. A large number of teachers attended the meeting. حضر الاجتماع عدد كبير من المعلمين. A large, small, amount, quantity of is followed by non-count nouns. They spent a large quantity of money. أنفقوا مبلغا كبيرا من المال. A large, small amount, quantity of is followed by non-count nouns. بما أنه أنا بحكي عن amount إذا أكيد أنا بحكي عن non-count nouns لأنه كمية يعني they spent a large quantity of money. They have a large quantity of sugar, of coffee, and so on. لاحظوا هنا أنفقوا مبلغا كبيرا من المال. لكن هنا a large number of teachers attended the meeting. حضر الاجتماع عدد كبير من المعلمين. Now, let's move to a very important issue in Arabic and in English. Let's talk about adjectives. Now, English adjectives modify nouns and noun phrases. English adjectives modify noun and noun phrases. We have general features of adjectives. Some adjectives end in ly, such as friendly, manly, lovely, ugly, elderly, likely, and lonely. So these adjectives end with ly. So we do not consider them as adverbs. We consider them as adjectives. All right? Some adjectives begin with a, such as awake, alone, and alert. These are few examples. Number 3, adjectives are either simple, such as happy, or derived happy, bad, good, and so on, or derived such as hopeful, successful, wonderful, and so on, or participle such as worried, worrying, interested, interesting, and so on. English has some adjectives compounding. We have good looking, we have well off, we have far-fetched, for example, good-hearted, and so on. These are a few examples about compound adjectives. In easygoing, for example, these are examples of adjectives, compounds, or compounds of adjectives. He was strong, powerful, and good-looking. Good-looking, يعني حسن المنظر. They can, number 5, adjectives can be pre-modified by the adverb very, and we call them intensifiers. Very, extremely, absolutely. You are absolutely true. He is absolutely wrong. Okay? He is completely wrong. She is very beautiful. She is very smart. He is very smart. He is very strong. He's so strong. So we use intensifiers. It is so hot. The coffee is so hot, so I cannot drink it. It is very hot. All right? Now, let's talk about the syntactic functions of adjectives in English. English adjectives have 3 syntactic functions. Sorry, positions. Attributive, predicative, and postpositive. Then we have 3 positions. We have 3 syntactic positions for adjectives in English. Either they can be attributive, يعني they pre-modify the head noun of a noun phrase, and it occurs before the noun in order to modify it. She has a blue dress. Blue, this is an adjective, and it comes before the noun dress. Predicative, they function as a subject or object complements. She is very beautiful. Beautiful here functions as a subject complement for what? For the subject she. They seem happy. This dress is blue. Blue and happy here function as a subject. This dress is blue, the first one, subject complement. They seem happy, also subject complement. Postpositive, they usually follow indefinite pronouns or nouns, such as there is nothing interesting in it. There is nothing interesting in it. We have the adjective interesting here, and it comes after the head noun. Not before the head noun, it comes after the head noun. If it comes before the head noun, we call it attributive. If it comes after the noun or the head noun, we call it postpositive. The students consent, it must be the consent students, يعني الطلاب المهتمين, should come to the meeting. الطلاب المهتمين, the student consent should come to the meeting. I need something bigger. Anyone intelligent can do it. Intelligent can do it. I consider her smart. I consider her smart. I need something bigger. We said this example. We should try something different. We should try something different. For predicative adjectives, let's go back to talk about predicative adjectives here on page 117. A few adjectives are used in exclusively predicative position in English. We have only few adjectives that are used in exclusively predicative positions. These adjectives are ill, aware, asleep, adrift, afraid, alert, alight, alive, alike, ashamed. So these adjectives are exclusively used as predicative in predicative position in English. He felt ill, for example. I felt ill, he felt ill. I am aware of that. I am aware of that. The child is asleep. The ship is adrift. So these adjectives are exclusively used as in predicative position. Now, another note, few adjectives always follow the noun. And post-positive position, there are few adjectives that are always follow the noun. For example, she is 20 years old. She is 20 years old. You can't say she is 20 old years. You can't say that in English. All right? You can't say she is 20 old years. She is 20 years old. This is 5 meters high. This is 5 meters high. The wall is 5 meters or 3 meters or whatsoever high. The wall is 5 meters high. So high and old, they are used in post-positive as post-positive adjectives or in a post-positive position. Now, let's talk about adjective comparison. I think you are all aware of adjective comparisons in both in English and in Arabic. Now, we know that comparison, if the adjective is simple, that means monosyllabic words, it consists of 1 or 2 syllables, we add ER in the comparison and EST in the superlative. Happy, happy, happier. And if I'd like to make superlative adjectives, I will add EST, happiest, big, bigger, biggest, dark, darker, darkest. Also disyllabic words يعني تتكون مقطعين صوتيين. Also we add ER for comparative adjectives and EST for superlative adjectives. If the adjective ends with Y, we change Y into I, and then we add ER. Happy, happier, happiest, easy, easier, easiest. Now, number 3, we have trisyllabic words. اللي هي الكلمات التي تتكون من 3 مقاطع صوتية فما فوق. Longer adjectives such as interesting, expensive, for example. We have to add more before the adjective if we'd like to make comparison, and most before the adjective if we'd like to make superlative. Interesting, more interesting. Most interesting. Expensive, more expensive. Most expensive. You know, in English we have irregular adjectives. These adjectives, they do not take ER or EST if you'd like to make comparison or superlative adjectives. So we call them irregular adjectives, such as good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, old, older, elder, or eldest, or older, or elder, eldest, and so on. Little, less, least, far, farther, farthest, إلى آخره. So we call these adjectives as irregular inflection. Irregular, they have or they take irregular inflections. We have adjective complementation. Many adjectives in predicative position can be followed by any of 3 types of complements. Many adjectives in predicative position can be followed by any of 3 types of complements. تكملة. Prepositional phrase. He is keen on music. Keen on music. مغرم بالموسيقى. To infinitive. John is easy to please. Noun phrase. I'm sure that they will attend the meeting. Or I am uncertain if Mary will come to the party. So another example for prepositional phrase. I am interested in music, in swimming, for example, or in learning languages. Another example on to infinitive, the boys are ready to leave, or we are ready to leave. Now,